Go live. All right, shuffling everybody. You are here with Daniel and Zach, and this is the assistant manager.
What's up, everybody? Oh my goodness, I'm just botching the intro today. Oh man, clear my throat. Oh, I can hear it in the background.
That was my phone. That's my bad. Technical
Oh,
difficulties.
we got a bunch of difficulties this evening. It's okay. Yeah, we're back. I think the last podcast we did was Costa Rica, U.S. men versus Costa Rica. It's been a while. It's been a little while. Some things have happened. Yeah, Daniel, how about you just kick us off? Where do you want to start?
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to say our format from now on, we're hoping to live stream the podcast when we record. So if you want to participate and be part of the podcast, we'll save some time to answer chat or any questions that there may be at the end of the podcast. So feel free to join us. We're shooting about this time every week. So Wednesday nights every week about 8:30. You can look out for us. Let's jump in to, catch up a little bit. USA have qualified. The World Cup draw has happened. We have drawn England, Iran, and the European playoff spot. So congrats to U.S. men. We'll be here the whole World Cup. Make sure you spread the word, and it's going to be an adventure.
Yeah,
All right.
games are on at like 2 p.m. for us, so that's prime office hours. But you guys know we'll be taking a late lunch and putting that up in the conference room for sure.
So we're going to switch focus, though. Last episode we did United States men's national team. We are at the home stretch in the Premier League, and it is tight on all fronts. The title race is tight, just 1 point separating. Top four races tight. Relegation battle is tight. So we're going to be previewing who we think is going to win the title, who we think is going to make top four, who we think is going to be relegated. Hold our feet to the fire. If come the end of the season we're off on all accounts, let us know.
Yeah, so let's see. Where do you want to start? Top four, or champions, top four, relegation battle?
Let's start relegation battle.
Relegation battle, where it's real interesting.
Yep.
Ooh, boy. So what we got in the bottom, we've got Burnley, Norwich, and Watford. Quick thoughts for me. Norwich going down, Watford going down. Burnley's the one team I think that could save themselves, potentially. The other ones in the relegation battle I think are Leeds and Everton. Neither of them have a very favorable schedule for the end of the season. I could see Everton going down, which sounds weird, but I could see it. I know that they got they got 3 points at the weekend, 1-0 over Man U this last weekend.
Burnley?
No, Everton.
Everton, yes, 1-0 Man U.
Yeah. So, I mean, they beat poor Manchester United side, but I don't see it. They play Liverpool. They've got a really tough schedule. So, I think it's a toss-up for me. Burnley, Everton, and Leeds.
I think we can agree, and you mentioned this. The only person or the only team that has a chance of getting out is Burnley, right? Watford, Norwich are almost a shoo-in. Probably no shot there. So Burnley, they have a tough schedule, but they have points on the table, I think, against some of these teams. Some of these teams mid-table, doesn't really matter if they win or lose between now and the end of the season. They're not going to make top four European spots, and they're not going to be relegated. So, of course, teams want to finish as high as they can, but that's different than playing like a Liverpool who's playing for the title, or Arsenal and Tottenham who are fighting for top four, or a relegation rival. So I really think Burnley are the only ones that have a chance of making it out. Weghorst will have to, really earn his money here. I think he'll be the difference maker if they do, because Burnley are just short on goals. They have good defensive structure and drilling. They're short on goals. So Weghorst, he's the guy they brought in January to score goals. So that'll be the only way they make it out is if they start scoring.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking at their schedule right now. The only top team they play is Tottenham. They've got West Ham. That could be a tricky one. They have, Aston Villa twice, I'm seeing. And then fellow relegation battlers, Watford. So they've got a pretty decent schedule. Leeds still have to play Man City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Those are gonna be some big games for the American Jesse Marsh.
I back him though. I think Burnley have the only shot of going up, and Everton, in my opinion, are the only ones that'll swap with them. I think Leeds are in a good spot. I think they have points in hand over these teams, right? So for me, it's either Everton or Burnley for that third relegation spot.
Yeah, Everton's got Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal. So, yeah, honestly, it's a toss-up. How many times has Sean Dyche done this?
That's the difference. Frank Lampard has
right?
never had to do this, right?
Burnley knows a little bit about a relegation battle.
Mm-hmm.
I back those guys to dig their way out of it, honestly. I don't think the Everton squad has kind of that team spirit, that camaraderie to come together and make sure that they don't go down. And I don't think Lampard's a good enough coach.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's talk about that. That was a weird appointment by Everton.
Who else were they going to get?
They needed change, and they needed to start winning. Right? Like, they needed it right now. And they appointed Frank Lampard. Like, I don't know who else they could have got, but to me that seems like you've got to, I think we may have talked about this in one of the earlier podcasts, but I think out of the starting 11, there's players from, is it 6 or 7 different managers?
Yeah, no clear team building structure. Yeah.
No, there's 0 team building structure, and then you bring in a wild card manager. I just think they're destined to go down. How long has it been since they've gone down?
Well, I think they hold the record for longest in the top flight in English Premier League history, I think. Like that's one of their claims to fame. Here's where I think where they went
1950. 1950.
Yeah.
That was when they were last relegated.
That's wild.
Dang.
So here's where I think they went wrong. I don't necessarily think Frank Lampard is the wrong choice. I think they waited way too long to fire Rafa Benitez. This should have happened months ago, right? So for them to not take action sooner, I think will be their downfall if they have a downfall, right? So that for me. So let's predict it then. Call it now. So we obviously say Norwich and Watford done.
Yep.
Who do you think is the last relegated? Feet to the fire.
Everton. I think Everton's going down.
Oh, bold choice. Yeah. Bold choice. What do you think is like the straw that breaks the camel's back? Is it their game against Man City? Is it Arsenal?
Let's see. I'm looking at their schedule.
Like when does the team realize it's over?
When they lose to Watford, May 11th.
Ooh.
It's done. It's done and dusted after that. It's over. It's over.
You know what?
Here's what I'll say to the Everton supporters, though. I think you guys are right back the next season, but
No, they're
they're
not.
going down.
No, I
You don't think
think
so? Oh,
the,
weren't you saying
they
that they
are
don't
on the
have?
brink of financial collapse,
Are
and
they?
none of their players have championship clauses. So
That's right. That's right. No
here's the
championship
problem. A
clauses.
lot of these bottom of the table clubs, most of their players have championship clauses, meaning if they get relegated, their wages decrease to championship level wages, right? Everton don't have that. And Everton are carrying massive financial baggage. So it is, man, it is not a good spot if they go down. I've heard Everton fans saying, maybe we need to go down so that we can come back up and actually get better. I think if Everton go down, they're going to go the way of the Derby. They are going to possibly, I I hope not, but they could go into financial ruin.
Man, I'm trying to sweep up Anthony Gordon for the cheap, huh?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of players go for the cheap because they can't afford it and they have no income and they're already carrying massive losses. More years of losses will have financial fair play issues, which will then result in points deduction. It's just
Here's the question: Does Frank get does he get sacked if they go down, or do they
no.
stick with him?
I
No,
think they,
there's no way, right? Like
yeah,
Everton higher ups had to know this is a possibility.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think they didn't
Okay.
want to accept it, but yeah,
So you're taking Everton too?
I think Everton go down as well, and
Yeah.
I think they have the
Okay.
tougher schedule. And I honestly, at this point, they might have the worst team.
They're so bad.
They're so
You can't be worse than Norwich though.
no, I mean between them and Burnley.
Oh, between them and Burnley, yes,
Yeah,
100%. Burnley's a team.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Everton's a bunch of individuals with a former Chelsea legend uh, at the helm who doesn't have
Yeah,
his star boy Mason Mount to bail him out. So
yep, yep. Okay, so let's decide then. Well,
it's decided.
like I said, if we're totally wrong, Everton fans, if we've just done you dirty, you gotta you gotta be commenting.
No, that's
Why?
gospel though.
You gotta comment below this video. Why are you staying up? If we're so wrong, give us a grain of hope for Everton because we don't see it. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the. Should we do top four champions first? What do you think?
Um, let's go top four. Let's
Okay,
say the
top
champions
four.
champions for us. We'll go
Okay,
bottom up. Bottom up.
real quick overview of the situation. Man City, Liverpool, first, second. Man City have a point on Liverpool. Third place, at a comfortable third place, I would say, unless it's catastrophic failure, is Chelsea. Fourth place currently is Tottenham. Fifth place, Everton, with a game in hand, so having one more game to play, and 3 points behind. So essentially, they win their game in hand, which is against Chelsea, by the way, and they're level on points. Tottenham has goal differential by a lot, 10 goals. You could almost consider that a point at this point, in my opinion.
For sure.
The goal
Yeah.
differential is so large, not insurmountable, but unlikely to be tipped in Arsenal's favor.
No,
So
definitely not.
in my opinion, Arsenal don't have to. A tie on points isn't good enough for Arsenal right now. They need to outbest us on points.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Arsenal, they've got Chelsea.
Woof. That's their game in hand.
That's their game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So Chelsea, I'm gonna call out games that I think they drop points. Chelsea, um, I think Man United's always, they're not in the best form, but they're always a tough one, probably, for Arsenal.
Yeah. No. I mean,
West
they'll show
Ham
up.
West Ham's a tricky one. I think Newcastle's a tricky one, and then obviously you guys, you play each other.
Yeah. That's the key match, honestly. Because, I mean, set in the other scene, you have a chasing pack of Manchester United, you have West Ham, Wolves, but kind of in that order and likelihood. But they seem to be well off the pace. The teams don't seem as good as form, and they don't have the points right now. So I would
Yeah,
say we could assume it's Arsenal or Tottenham. Why is top four important? Just real briefly, That means Champions League. Champions League means appeal for players and money. So, I mean, it's huge. It's everything. I think both Arsenal and Tottenham are in places where Champions League is vital for their rebuild back to strength. So, whichever team gets
100%.
it will have the upper hand for a couple of years now, I think.
Yeah. And then just again to compare schedules, you guys have Tottenham has a much easier schedule. The only place I'm seeing you guys drop points is when you play Liverpool. So, I mean,
I said it once, I'll say it again. I think there is no better team talking in form than Tottenham in the Prem right now. 9 goals in 2 games against a very strong and very informed Newcastle team, and then away to West Ham.
what are you like? How many games are you considering form? Like 5 games?
West Ham or Aston Villa? Sorry, I can't remember.
You guys played Villa and Newcastle.
Okay, so it's Villa, not West Ham. I apologize. Well, ask your question again.
Like, what are you considering form? Like the last 5 games, the last
3 games.
Okay.
No,
You guys are cooking.
Well,
That front 3 is cooking. I saw
cooking.
you sent me some. You sent me some BS stat from Sky Sports that was like
It's them saying it.
The Tottenham front 3 over Liverpool's front 3 for the first 11 games together. It's like, wow, that's like the most random. They're like, all right, 11 games, perfect. They've now scored enough goals and had enough assists together that we can now say that they are better than Liverpool's top 3.
Here's where I think that stat is biased. Is first of all, Kane and Son have statistically the best partnership in Premier League history. Add Kulusevski. I think it only just says that Kulusevski is fitting in really well. That's all that stat says. That doesn't really say much about anything else.
Yeah, he's just on loan, right? You guys haven't purchased him?
Yeah,
That sounds so weird to say. Purchased him.
He's currently on loan, but we have options to buy /
Gotcha.
obligations. If we make Champions League, we're obligated to buy him.
Well, you're gonna buy him. I mean,
Yeah. No, there's no shot we don't buy him.
he's undroppable at this point. I mean,
Yep.
that whole front 3 is. If you guys get your back line sorted, your outside backs mainly,
Yeah.
you guys be cooking next year.
Yeah. And that's
the way into 4th place.
Hey, we'll take what we can get right now. It wasn't too long ago that Liverpool was in a similar or worse spot, and Tottenham was finishing second. So
That's
fair. Who do you
now
think?
we're going for the quad, baby.
Yeah. Who do you think will solidify that 4th spot?
Tottenham. I know I give you a lot of smack about it, but no, Tottenham will get that top 4 spot. I don't like Arsenal. I don't like their team. I don't like Arteta. I think they're really streaky. They're up and down. They're up and down. They're like a roller coaster. So you guys are clicking. Everything's working out right now. You guys are playing well. So yeah, I'm back.
I think it matters. Yeah, the timing of our form is crucial. I mean, compared to Arsenal, they had a good streak of form, but now I think it's 2 games on the spin now. They're not looking too hot, and so you never know if that's a 9-game Arteta out slip. You know what I mean? That's just what Arsenal's been doing. They have good games. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we're fine with Arteta, and then 4 or 5 games it is poor results, and then it's Arteta out. So.
That's just the way Arsenal fans are, man.
Yeah.
God, you ever watch Arsenal TV or Arsenal Fan TV, whatever it is?
Obnoxious.
I can't stand it. We're Arsenal. We should be doing. It's like, dude, the invincible years were long ago.
Yeah.
Long ago.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I agree. Tottenham will make it. I think this one's obvious for the key game is the North London derby. Tottenham versus Arsenal. That's gonna be everything. I believe it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think we have the better team. We have the upper hand now, which is awesome because it seemed so unlikely not 3 weeks ago, and now, you know, we got one foot in. There's 7 games left, so let's hope that Arsenal will choke a little bit. One key thing to note, though, for those who want to pay attention to these last 7 games, is although we said Chelsea is semi-comfortable in the Champions League, if they drop a couple points here, they could find themselves in that battle. So they have to be careful. Like if they lose to Arsenal, if they drop points another time, they could be looking at being dragged into that top 4 race. And, that'd be wild. Absolutely wild.
That would be wild. They are coming off a pretty good game against Real Madrid, though. I mean, I know they got knocked out, but it's got to give them
3-2.
Got to give them some confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in agreement
we'll
with we think Everton's going down. We think Tottenham is taking 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about the title. So Man City leading by 1 point. Biggest game, super hyped, was this last weekend. I mean, both teams had the chance to solidify themselves as clear-cut favorites in the game on the weekend. Ends 2-2. It's a draw. Really favors nobody. Well, it favors Man City is who it favors, that draw. 2-2.
100%.
City's up by 1 point, 7 games to go. Tough. I mean, you are now relying on City to drop points for Liverpool to win. Thoughts?
Yeah. It's not my favorite position to be in, but we played.
Wait, let me ask you this: are you disappointed in the result at the weekend?
So
do you think they could have done better? It looked like in the second half, both teams were almost content for the draw.
Yeah, I guess I'm disappointed because I've seen Liverpool play better, right? Like, I've seen us play better throughout the season, and we were not clicking. Specifically in the first 5-10 minutes, I mean, City tore us apart. Sterling should have put one in, and then obviously Kevin De Bruyne, deflection, hits the post and goes in. But yeah, I didn't think we played very well, to be honest with you. So a draw is probably a decent result for us. It's unfortunate because we could have really taken the title race into our own hands. And I feel like we've done this before with City. Was it the 2018-2019 season that we lost by a point?
Well, you both were over 100 points?
Yeah. Like, that's my fears that's going to happen again. But I'll say this. It could be written in the stars. It could be written in the stars. So we had talked about this earlier. I thought that we played Manchester United the last day. That is not true. That's a club friendly in July. So we end the season with Wolves.
Oh.
That being said, Steven Gerrard can make up for his slip because Man City play Aston Villa the last day. And who knows, dude? I think it comes down to the very last day. Here's my prediction. Here's my prediction for Liverpool season. This is bold. We're going to win the FA Cup. We're going to beat City on Sunday, this coming Sunday. I think Kyle Walker got injured in today's game in the Champions League.
It was weird. Yeah. If you haven't seen that, watch that clip on YouTube. Weird friggin' injury, by the way.
Liverpool got to rest most of their starters. I mean, we're through. We played a B team, right? We played our B team. Got through 3-3. Even the guys off the bench look okay, except for the back line giving up goals. But oh, brother,
he
scored.
You talk about? He scored.
He did. Yeah, and then he also keeps everybody on side while we play an offside trap.
Yeah.
But so we got to rest a lot of our starters. So I think that we take it to City on Sunday. I think that I think it's lining up to be a City-Liverpool Champions League final. For those of you who don't know, Liverpool play Villarreal, and Manchester City play Real Madrid. So honestly, either way, like I'm looking at this as a Liverpool fan, licking my lips, going, if we play City, it's arguably the two most consistent and best teams for the past 4 or 5 years. Like, this is a culmination of all of that. We're going to go head-to-head in the Champions League for the final, and then the Prem is also going to come down to the last day. Like, this is a culmination of everything that's been brewing, in my opinion, right? However, if Manchester City does not make it past Real Madrid, then I'm going, all right, we want revenge for 2018 when they beat us. When there was some controversial things going on in that game. Loris Karius.
Not controversial.
Well, that wasn't
Karius
controversial.
Is a double agent.
No. That wasn't controversial. But the Mo Salah, Sergio Ramos incident with the shoulder, that was my wedding day.
It was clean.
That was my wedding day. So that would be vindication for me to get some revenge, and take it to Real Madrid. So either way.
Let me sum up what you're saying here. You think the title race will come down to the last day because it's Liverpool versus Man City. You have the semifinal of the FA Cup this weekend, which is Man City Liverpool.
Yeah.
Likely favorites to make it to the final of the Champions League is Man City Liverpool. However, let me throw this comment to you. Man City, when they play Liverpool, look to be the team driving the game.
100%.
Like, they look the one in control. I would
100%.
say, if you play 10 games, how many do you think Liverpool win?
50%.
I would say City wins 7 or 8 out of 10.
No chance.
Not by big margin. Just because they dominate the game. They are in control. They look in control. I'll say that this last weekend was different. But I really think Man City, the more times you play them between now and the end of the season, I just think they have the better team with better depth. I don't like their strategy, and I don't think their strategy is as cutthroat or it's not as ruthless for scoring goals as Liverpool. But I think they will have the bulk of the chances in the games, and they will have the bulk of the possession.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think we win 50% of the games. And I mean, you got to remember, we also get to play them more often now too. So Pep's going to tinker. And
the only way you guys win a majority of the games is if Pep overthinks and makes a stupid lineup.
Which he's going to do.
He's prone to do.
But honestly, I back that Liverpool side. I back them to learn. I back Klopp. He knows what he's doing. I think that the way that City play, the way they're set up, the players they have, the depth they have, they're going to control most of the game. But I think we're fine with that because we are ruthless in front of goal.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. You guys have the scoring ability over them. They have the chance creation ability over you, though.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, goals win games. And if we only get 3 chances, but we put 3 of them away, then, So I have to back my guys. I think we take it to them. I think we see them in the FA Cup semifinal on Sunday. I think we beat them. If we see them in the Champions League final, I think we beat them.
Okay.
And then I think, dude, I'm telling you, it's the quad. It's written in the stars. This is crazy. Like the probability of this happening is slim, but if it's gonna happen, I gotta call my shot from here, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. We're going for the quad.
Well, it depends if Klopp is gonna actually coach his team or if he's just gonna whine about the schedule being compact. Okay, so you think Liverpool win? I think Liverpool have missed their chance. City have the easier schedule, and they had their chance the weekend to take the lead. They didn't. They tied. Man City's up by 1 point. I think they just win out. I think they win out.
Deal. You guys have taken points off City, so now the decent thing to do would be just lay down
That
for us
if
when we
I told
see
you,
you.
I I Tottenham has to beat Liverpool to secure our top four. If City can drop points another spot, I will happily let Liverpool raise the title over Man City.
So
Okay.
is that the day that, like, when we beat you, is that the day when you just go, all right, top four chances are gone?
No, I think it's still there, but I think if we beat you, I mean, your team, Liverpool is our toughest team to face. So if we can beat you, I think we are in a good spot. So, all right, those are our predictions. We have just a few chats that we can get to before we close out the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a couple votes for Liverpool, thinking Liverpool's going to win the title. Ryan, my brother, says Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool.
Well done,
Then
Ryan. Well done, Ryan.
my other brother Jeff says, "You guys going to talk about Chelsea versus Real Madrid or nah?" Yo, that was a wild game, and Real Madrid just shows that Champions League is their it's it's always their competition to lose. That's why
It is.
Man City have a tough lineup against them. Man City have the way better team. They have the way younger team. They have the way better coach. Well, no disrespect to Ancelotti, but here's
But
the thing.
disrespect to Ancelotti.
But disrespect to Ancelotti. Left Everton in shambles. No, I just think you can never vote against Real Madrid in the Champions League ever.
No, not when
And
you've got someone like Luka Modric playing 40
30,
yard outside of the foot
36 years
passes.
old, ex Tottenham player, by the
Woo.
way. We developed that man.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Is that
that's basically.
your only claim to fame is that you develop players who go on to win elsewhere? You're like
Hold on. Harry Kane's career is not over yet. Neither is Gareth Bale's. Okay, he might be coming back.
he might be coming back so we
Yeah,
can play some more golf because you guys are
yeah.
usually out of the
I actually
tournaments
hope he
by the
doesn't come
time
back.
golf season comes around.
I wish Wales well in the tournament in the World Cup. I hope they make it to the World Cup. I don't wish them well in the group because they're in the
Do
United States group.
do we hope they make it to the World Cup? Because
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to play Gareth Bale Wales. You know,
Yeah,
Wales Gareth Bale is
final form, Gareth Bale.
he's a different animal. That is the ultimate level of like Garethness
Yeah,
with the man bun and the shaved head.
yeah,
Yo, look, someone's got to tell him to get rid of that thing.
yeah,
It's so
yeah.
bad.
That's a nightmare. Okay, any other predictions? I predict Man U somehow make it out of Europe. Here's my bold prediction. Just one last quick fire shot. Man United aren't even going to make the Conference League. That's my guess. They're going to finish 8th spot in the Prem. I think that's bold prediction. Do you have any other bold predictions before we go?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Just that City are going to bottle it at the last game of the season. Coutinho with the game winner.
That would be pretty crazy.
Are you
But
kidding me? It's in the
I
stars.
think you're delusional.
I think it's meant to be. It's written in the stars. Stevie G can do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, anybody who's watching live on YouTube right now, go ahead and like the stream, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on audio, share with someone, and if you want to participate, get questions in for the podcast. Subscribe to our channel, put on the bell. Podcast go live on YouTube.
Yo, when are we gonna have guests on?
Second guests start reaching out. The inbox is open.
I got people wanting to come on and talk some smack to both of us.
They're welcome to. I mean, they're probably
Okay.
gonna be wrong, but
I mean, can we get 3 people on this thing?
yeah, easy.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get your brothers on too. We'll just get a whole posse on.
That'd be fire. That'd
Yeah,
be fire.
I only want Ryan on though. The Liverpool
Hey,
supporter.
get him out of here. All right.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna play his outro music just for fun. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.